Hello and welcome to Barry's Economics. Today I'm going to be talking about why a wealth tax is not part of left or right-wing politics. It's part of neither, / both. So we're all aware how people divide politically, right? And left, right? You've got the right wing, you've got the left wing. You've got conservative, you've got Labour. You've got low tax versus high tax. You've got the many versus the few. You've got the versus the dickheads. You've got, or simply put, you've got the people who have stuff to tax versus the people that benefit from taxation. So in some ways, on the surface, a wealth tax looks like it's a left-wing idea, right? And I notice that because people like myself or Gary Stevenson or anyone talking about a wealth tax is automatically put on the left of politics.
I think your class anger is not letting you see some of the realities of politics. They're all got the same narrative, which is
no, but the thing,
I'm angry, I'm working class, and these guys
who become professors
are rich and ignorant.
But here's the thing, I am not left-wing. I'm also not right-wing. I'm not a or a dickhead. I'm both. The point is that a wealth tax is actually neither left nor right. It's an attempt to fix an error in the system, an economic blind spot that both the left and the right of politics suffer from. And here's the blind spot. Most politicians still imagine humans as individual actors. The right says, I am a self-made man. I've pulled myself up from my very expensive bootstraps. I thank you. And the left says, yes, you are, but you've made loads of money and you should share that money, you self-made man. But both sides are incorrect because wealth isn't something that you earn and own in isolation. It isn't. Wealth is not an individual achievement. It is a collective outcome. Nobody invents a company without infrastructure. Roads, laws, schools, electricity, the internet that's built by millions of people over generations. Nobody gets rich selling to the market without the demand, the time, the spending power of other people. And nobody can protect their wealth without the police, the law courts, the armies, which are paid for by everyone. It is an invisible collective support structure that nobody credits. Everyone only sees their own work through the availability heuristic or the fundamental attribution error, and they magnify their own work because they can see it. But you can't see the fact that 99% of the rest of the work that allowed you to be successful is through society. So when entrepreneurs and millionaires say, this is how I did it. I had this idea, I worked hard, and I did it myself, all on my own, or with a small amount of millions. But however they put it, probably not with that kind of self-awareness. But they're not acknowledging the huge social system that helped make their wealth possible. And when the left wing say, you owe us what you've earned, they're also still framing wealth as yours first and distribute it later. And because of that misunderstanding, the solution to the problem is a mystery to people. It's like being in a sinking boat. And all the people on the left are saying, we need the rich people to buy us bigger bailout buckets so that we can get rid of more of the water, because the water is the problem. And the right-wing people are saying, just row harder. You've got to go faster. You've got to put more effort in. You've got to be more efficient and go for it. Whereas neither side are addressing the real problem, which is the hole in the bottom of the boat. Believe it or not, I've never been in the Navy, but I'm pretty sure that would be the problem. The hole in the boat is a problem of distribution because of the fact that wealth is co-created by a healthy society. A healthy society working together. If too much of it pulls into one corner, I'm talking about inequality here. And then the whole system starts to fall apart. Growth, jobs, health, definitely innovation. In fact, democracy itself all suffer. And right now, there is way too much pooling up with the super rich. I think you can think of wealth like calories in the social body. And there are some people in the social body that look like this. That is a genuine person I saw earlier today. They don't have enough. They're exhausted. And there are some people that look like this. That is also a genuine person I saw earlier today. That's inequality represented calorifically. And that's happening wealth-wise. The system is about to break down because literally no one is healthy enough to work. They're either fat or exhausted, doing 2 jobs and just not getting enough to be able to survive. It's because wealth, calories in this metaphor, are being hoarded. They're being hoarded and kept out of society. And that's why wealth tax isn't punishment. It's about distribution. It's clearly about a healthy society. And it's why it's not left or right as an issue, because it's about health, it's about maintenance. In the same way that putting in legislation to restrict the sale of cigarettes to anyone under 16 isn't a left or right issue, you know? Nobody on the right is going, I've been smoking ever since I was 2 years old, and it didn't harm me. You get my point. It's not a left or right issue. Just like with obesity, Ozempic hasn't been fought over by the left and the right as being a political issue. Like, well, should we give it to people that have diabetes? I don't know, maybe we should. Maybe people that are obese, should we do that or not? We at the Conservative Party believe it is a man's right to die a fat. The profits, the wealth, that is the benefits of a healthy society are not being distributed well. And partly that's to do with neoliberalism. You can see a great video from Anna Bocker on that right here. It's fantastic, I really recommend it. So wealth tax isn't about left or right. It's about the health of the system, the distribution of a healthy, wealthy society working together. So that some people get enough fat, they get enough calories, and some people don't have too many and they're not blocking up the system like a giant fatberg. There really is a fatberg. There's a massive fatberg under London. Look it up. It's a true thing, a fatberg, which I think is a great insult to call somebody, you absolute fatberg. A wealth tax is not punishment, it's plumbing to ensure that nobody needs to be a fat. You heard me. All right, thanks for watching.